Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm very excited because I'm filming my February TBR slash my Blackathon TBR. But basically the sole focus and purpose of the readathon is to read and promote and enjoy Black stories and books and voices. And I am so excited to dedicate my whole reading month to Black authors, and I have picked out some amazing books I'm very excited for. And of course I am on team sci-fi and fantasy. Jessie is of course the one who made the whole readathon from BOOKCLUB. Like, how could you miss this? The amazing Jessie. But for my team sci-fi and fantasy, we have Starla, who is the YouTube co-host, and Ari from Instagram is the Instagram. I was gonna say I never do Instagram photos, but it would be fun if I maybe manage to do some for this. I don't know. I have like dreams, but will I execute them? That's the question. But yeah, there's also video challenges for a whole week. There's a 24-hour part of the readathon. There's like so many different ways you can participate, but basically the most important thing is that you read a book by a Black author, or like several, but like I don't know how much you read, so you know. So overall, like, you can participate high key or low key, however you want, and I'm like in the middle. I'm not going to do all of those things, but I am at least going to read as many books as I can and try to participate in some of the stuff that's happening. I'm really bad at that, but I will try. But yeah, not talking, let's get into the books I'm reading. So first, I am of course reading books from my own seasonal reading challenge, which I picked up a few months ago. I picked out all Black authors and stories for that because I knew it was going to be February. And the first book we have for that is This Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron. This is the author of Cinderella's Dead, and I'm very excited to see how I feel about this. Then we have The Prayer of Gods by Nikki Drayden, and I don't remember the plot for this, but it fit the challenge at the time, so that's all I know. And we have A Psalm of Storms and Silence by Rosanna A. Brown. This is the completion to this duology, and the first book was insane, so I'm so excited to see what will show up in this one. And the fourth book for God of Heavy season is Akata Witch by Nedi Okorafor, but this one hasn't arrived yet. I'm sad, but I hopefully will arrive soon. So that's my fourth book for that, and probably my first 4 reads, unless Akata Witch doesn't appear till a bit later. Then of course I love myself some reading challenges. So of course I have to do the challenges for sci-fi fantasy. You don't actually have to like do the challenges and everything if you don't want to, but yeah, I am doing it of course. And all the first challenges for like all the different themes, it was like a duality of like something, and the sci-fi fantasy prompt was the duality of loyalty and betrayal, which I feel like is every fantasy book, so I don't know if like it became easy and hard at the same time, but I just picked out something that I think fits, so we are rolling with it. So we have Court of Lions by Maya Dodd, and this one is the sequel to Mirage. And basically in that book we have 2 girls that like look completely similar, and like one is like really rich and the other one is poor, and because of that she like takes her to like be her double. What's it called? Like double, so that if she gets killed, it's not actually her that gets killed. I don't know. I know it has a word, but I just can't remember what it's called. Like double guard? Double ganger? I don't know. The point is, there's like a lot of betrayal. Like they start trusting each other and then they don't because she betrays her. There's a lot of back and forth in the first book. So I assume this will continue like the trend, and we will see like how it's explored here. The first book was like, it was really good. So I'm very excited to see what I feel about this one. And it's actually a sci-fi, because I didn't know it's set in space, and I didn't know that when I first started it, so really fitting. And the second challenge is to read a book set in the trans spectrum. Obviously that is also sci-fi and fantasy. And for that I'm finally reading Pet by Kreke Emesi, and I ordered this for the readathon. Like I been planning to read this for like a billion years, but like finally I am reading it, and I'm so excited because I heard amazing things. It's really short, and I love like, you know, a little short middle grade that like I can chill with, so that like, you know, I have heart for the longer, I was gonna say trauma, but yeah. But yeah, I read so far just one Kreke Emesi book, which is kind of crime, but I'm really excited to like go through, you know, all of the works. So yes, very excited. And this is also a sci-fi, I believe. I'm unsure. And then the next challenge was to read a book, sorry, I'm looking at my notes, between 312 to 387 pages. And for that I had a perfect one that I just got, which is Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen, and this one has black mermaids, so I'm very excited. And it has, if I remember correctly, where is the page count? Like if you don't got like their acknowledgements and all that. What is this? Not me finding out on camera that it doesn't fit the challenge. I think it's because I didn't actually check the physical copy. I checked like the what it said on Goodreads, and then it usually counts like the last pages, which I don't count because like the last page is like a snippet for the next book, so you can't really count that. I mean, if you want to count that, but I don't count it. And now I realize this doesn't fit after all. Well, I have a bunch of other books here that I will... Give me a second. Luckily for me, I had a bunch of other books I was planning to read anyway, so I'm just picking up one of them instead. So I'm going with Wings of Ebony by GL. This one came out last year and everyone was raving about it. It's like a sci-fi. I have no idea about the plot. I kind of just wished for it and then I got it. So it has 352 pages. So it actually fit the challenge, and I am screaming that the other one that I picked out didn't fit, but I am gonna try to like get to it anyway because I have a plan for my TBR, which I will explain really soon. But yeah, I'm reading this one for that challenge and it's intense times. Then of course there's a group book which I'm also reading, which is called Escaping Exodus. This one is also by Nikki Drayden, and I have ordered it, but it still hasn't arrived yet, but it's on its way and I'm excited to read it. I hope I like both of the books since I'm reading two by the same author, but yeah, I don't know how different or like how similar they are, but it would be funny to compare them since I'm reading them so close together. Then of course I have more books I have to read, so we are going through them. So of course I'm still in to read for my book clubs. So we have Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. This is the book club pick for Facing Gaze, which is the book club I am co-hosting where we read queer sci-fi fantasy every single month, and our pick for February is Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. So it fits really well for Blackathon, and like, yes, so I'm very excited for this. Like, I heard so many good things and just like, I'm so excited that I'm finally gonna read it. What else to say? Enjoy the book club. It's linked down below if you want to. Then of course I'm still doing the bus wordathon challenge where like, you know, there's one word every month, blah blah blah. And the words for February were like pronouns, so like we, you, he, she, they, blah 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 blah, all those words. And I have things we couldn't say by J. Colt, so we is there in the title, so of course it fits for the challenge. And yeah, I of course tried to find one by a black author to, you know, fit this TBR. And I got this for Christmas in my advent calendar, and I read the first book by the author, which was completely heartbreaking, but I'm excited to see what this will entail. I don't like read synopsises. I bought this on the sole knowledge of the first book, kind of. So yay! I picked out series to read this year in my other video, and I need to continue that as well, but I only managed, like because it was randomized, to pick up one series by a black author, so I'm reading that in February because I don't want to read, you know, others. So that will be Kingdom of Gods by Ann K. Jemisin, and then I will be finishing up this series. And also, randomly I realized that Jessie bought me this book, so it fits really well for this month. This is the third book in the Inheritance trilogy. It's like with gods and loads of shit. I don't know how to describe it anymore, but it's really good. I really like book 1 and 2. It's really crazy times, and I'm very excited to read this. So I'm like sneaking in one book by a white author just because this is, you know, for the Keep Along that I am hosting with Pris and Sasha. And it's like Keeper of the Lost Estates, the book 2, and I need to read this because we're gonna have a live show in February, because like I need to keep going this. So it's the one white book I'm gonna read, but it's like of course on my Blackathon TBR, but it's on my TBR this month, and I want to show it here to remind you that you should read book 2 for Keep Along. Look like I'm showing it you with shame, but yeah, it's a joke. But it's not, but it is. And then as I said, I'm doing Polathon, but I'm gonna go through the books I'm reading that for like that vlog, so that like it can be a surprise, and you know, I am participating and I'm excited, and I bought books for the readathon, like only polar fantasy books, so like I'm prepared. I have more, don't worry. I need to also like have audiobooks, and what I did last year was that I think I listened to the audiobook of like a group book for my team because I knew it wouldn't arrive in time, and that was really good, by the way. That was the lesson. The author's name, it has escaped my mind right now, but it was a really good book. And then after I finished that audiobook, which I finished quite early, I went and looked at the other picks for the other teams so that I could like read more, you know, variety within the month, like in different genres and stuff. And I think I'm going to do the same this year, where like my audiobooks will be the other teams' group books, because I think that it's important, you know, to vary yourself. So the other group books are, I have it here, The Perfect Rune by Shannara Williams. That's for the team Thriller Horror Mystery. And then from Team Literature, Contemporary Non-Fiction, there is Black Girls Must Die Exhausted by Jane Allen. And then for Team Romance, it is The Sweetest Remedy by Jane Igharo. So those 3 books will probably be my audiobooks. I don't know if I get to all 3 of them, because I vary a lot with how much I listen to audiobook. I could listen to like 1 book in 1 day, and then I can use 3 weeks on another one, but like it depends a lot on like my audiobook need. But I will at least read 1 of them. I just don't know which one yet, because I actually need to read the synopsises and see which one that intrigues me the most. But like I think this is a nice way to like, you know, vary my reading a bit also, even though, you know, most of this is sci-fi fantasy. These first books that I showed you are like the ones I know I will get to and read, because I don't know how the month will be for me yet. But then I have more, because this is also what I did, for example, for Asian Readathon, where I just like had like, you know, all for the challenges and for my God of Favorite season and like all obligatory stuff, if you can call it that. And then I had like a big pile of like the rest of the Asian books on my TBR that like when I finish all of those, these are the ones I will pick out. I have quite a lot of other books by Black authors that I want to get to, and I want to show them here, and these are like my options for the rest of the month. But before that, this video is like a lot. I have a lot of things to talk about. I have finally gotten Jess's TBR cards, and like it's been a long time coming. But like it's because I ordered them like not at once when they came out, because I was poor. And then they're just so beautiful, and I really want to play this month. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna read all the books I need to read, and you know, I'm gonna vlog it, and then when I'm done with them, I'm gonna pick cards and like make them help me with my next picks. And I'm just so excited. I just want to show that I have them, and that I will be playing when I finish all of those, which probably I will do, let's be honest. And I will finally get to play, because I've been so excited. I got it mid-January, so I couldn't play for January, but I will try to see if I can play like some cards every month now, depending on like my reading plans. But like they're so stunning and pretty, and I'm just so excited to have them. So yeah, where do I put them? Oh my god, I will put them there for right now on my manga. But yeah, okay, so the other books I have here, actually in no particular order, I would just show you the books really fast. The first one I really read after this though is Skin of the Sea, because I really did want to read that, and I'm upset it didn't fit the challenge. Actually, it's too many books, I can't hold them all. So first we have like, I guess from my contemporary shelf. Oh my god, there's so many. So we have like Slay and The Cost of Knowing. I'm just gonna, some books fell, go through them like super fast. And then we have Me Cute Diary, which I'm very excited for. Concrete Rose, which I haven't even read yet. And then Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. And then we have Blackout, which is like a short story collection from like many really popular Black authors. Like they all like are experiencing this blackout, and like I'm excited for it. And then we have Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson, and you know, the author wrote You Should See Me in a Crown, which is like one of my favorite books. So very excited. So yeah, this is like some of my like contemporary and stuff, and I am excited. And then we also have some more fantasy and sci-fi. There's also options after I've finished the other ones. So as I said, Skin of the Sea. I don't know how well you can actually see this. I'm really sorry. But like I want to just show these fast, because like I will talk more about them in my vlogs if I read them. And then we have Which is Steeped in Gold, which I heard amazing things about. Maybe I should just do like this. There, now you can kind of see it. Very excited for this. Very excited. And then we have Beast of Prey. So I heard this is really creepy, and I'm excited for it. And another quick and basic book, we had The Death of Vivek Oji, and I want to read this. It's also short, so it's an option for, you know, when I need something short. And then we have The Vanishing Half, which I heard so many good things about, so I really want to read it. And I think this is more like a literary fiction book, so that would be like also something different. So that would be cool. And then we have The Shadow Sun by Annika Jemison, which I should read, because this was like on my list to read last year, and I didn't get to it because I exactly didn't get to this one on my TBR. Son of the Storm, which I heard amazing things about, and I'm gonna read it really bad. Rosewater Redemption, which is the third book in the series, and I read 1 and 2, so I would finish the series if I read this. Very good option. Of course, Redemptor, and I read the first book and it was so good, so I really want to get this one as well. And the last 3, which I can show like this, is King of the Rising by Kirsten Calendar, and I read the first book, and there's a lot of things to said about that one, but I still do want to read the second book. And of course we have Kindred by Alicia Dow, which like came out like in January, and I've been very excited for it, even though like I have, I would say, different thoughts about the first book. I still am very excited for this one, and hopefully I will enjoy it. And then of course we have Reaper of Souls by Raina Barron, and the first book was so good, Kingdom of Souls. So I'm so excited for the sequel. I don't have enough books by Black authors, but I have quite a lot on my TBR. So like those are all of them I think that I haven't read, except like I don't think there's any more like that I haven't read right now, unless like I forgot one, which like, you know, could happen. I have a lot of books. All of those are options. So if I pick a card, then I will see if any of those fits, or else I need to pick a new card because I don't want to read books that's, you know, doesn't fit. We will see how much I read. I'm hopefully will be on some sprints so that I will read more. And yeah, I'm not going to read all of the books I showed you right now, by the way, that would be insane. But like those are like all my options and some books to look out for you as well. I'm just very excited because I have so many good options that I've been excited for such a long time. So yeah, and of course if I don't read them in February, I'll still have them and read them other months. Read back books all year around, of course, but sole focus this month. I basically talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I showed you all the books. It's time to leave. Leave either a fantasy emoji down below or a sci-fi emoji down below in honor of Team Sci-Fi Fantasy, because we're the best team and we're gonna win. I'm very excited to start my reading. It's the 1st of February today, so I'm gonna start one book today, which will probably be This Poison Heart, because I'm going in order. And I'm very excited. So you will see me soon in a new video. Remember, I will vlog all of the readathon and stuff, so I'm very excited for that. Because I don't usually do that, but it's time. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. You will see me soon, and as I said, I'm very excited and I hope you are participating as well. Goodbye, see you soon.